Leticia Stauch murder trial today, the first time that jurors actually heard from a mental health professional.
Stauch is accused of murdering her stepson Gannon in 2020 and then dumping his body in a suitcase in Florida. She was arrested a few months after he disappeared. She pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. News 5's Ashley Portillo is joining us live from the El Paso County courthouse with more about that testimony. Ashley.
Well, Dr. Christine Moore was the mental health director at the El Paso County Jail back in March of 2020. Today, she did tell jurors that she believes Leticia Stauch was actually making up symptoms about her mental health so she could avoid charges in this case. And Dr. Moore also testified about her first and initial meeting with Leticia Stauch. She said Stauch said she had anxiety, but denied having any disorders, treatments, or past suicide attempts. The two had met dozens of times after that. And Dr. Moore said a few months after that first meeting, Stauch began raising concerns about her competency and her anxiety getting worse. Later that year, Dr. Moore reported that Stauch was talking about seeing demons inside the courtroom and hallucinating. Dr. Moore said then Stauch had reported being bipolar, having multiple personalities and PTSD. Dr. Moore said that was inconsistent with her first contact with Stauch. And fast forward to today during trial, Stauch's attorneys are arguing that Stauch has a dissociative identity disorder. Now here's part of Dr. Moore's testimony about her today.
She had reported having the prior diagnosis of generalized anxiety disorder.
As you already alluded to. Did she mention any other potential disorders that she might have?
Not that I recall.
Did you see any signs of any mental illness other than what she was telling you about the generalized anxiety?
No.
And at the end of her testimony today, Dr. Moore did say she believed Leticia Stauch's behavior was consistent with somebody who was acting out and making up symptoms to avoid charges instead of it actually being a true diagnosis. And during cross-examination, Stauch's lawyer asked about people being uncomfortable opening up in a jail setting about their mental health. And of course, we are still expected to hear from doctors on both sides of this case who have completed sanity evaluations on Leticia Stauch. That should be happening sometime this week. For now, reporting live in Colorado Springs, I'm Ashley Portillo for News 5.